Good morning, it's Christy with CrystalKnitsandPearls.com, and I'm here with my weekly update for the week ending August the 9th. So last Monday was my birthday, and I had just returned from my annual girls trip with my friends. So what I cast on and knitted the entire time I was gone on the plane and all that jazz were my FSU shorty socks, which I completed. Super excited. These are for me. I do have to weave in the cuff tail, but other than that, they are done and ready to put on my feetsies. Yeah, so this was my only finished object for the week, but this is pair number 12 for the year. I did a plain vanilla sock with striping. I don't remember how much I did for the cuff, and then just knit 2, purl 2, I think, for the cuff. Just did a straight stockinette in the round stitch for the leg and the foot, regular heel, slip stitch heel, gusset, all that jazz, and then regular toes. I used, this is Unicorn Solid yarn from Hobby, and I love it. It's really squishy and soft, and I think it's a 75-25 mix. But yeah, I love it. I've made quite a few socks with this yarn, and it's honestly kind of one of my favorites. It doesn't split easily. It's soft, it's squishy, it washes well, all those kinds of things. So that's my only finished object. So then I picked up my Golden Hour ribbed sock again. You'll remember it's kind of just gonna be like a big tube. It's sort of crafted after my banana sock, which had a pattern on the front, but on the back was just a rib. I think I'm about halfway done with where I will need it to be the proper length, to fit toesy woesies and feet and all that good stuff. So that's the only whip that I picked up. Besides finishing the FSU socks, that's the only whip that I picked up last week. I didn't pick up any of my other whips. I never touched a stitch on any of them. The other thing I wanted to share with you is I got on a wait list type thing for Red Truck Fiber Company. I follow him on Instagram. He has it's a family farm and yarn business in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is south of where we lived when my husband was stationed at the Pentagon. So I'm familiar with that area. And he has this, he like many yarn dyers, right? He plays with yarn colorways and dyeing it. And I guess he dyes some minis, to figure out which colors he wants to use or dye larger, amounts or whatever yarn with. So anyways, you get on his wait list, and then he'll send out an email when he has some minis that are available, and he ships them to you for free. You just pay for the shipping. So it was like $10, and I got 3 mini skeins. I got this red one, and it's really squishy and soft, so that's pretty exciting. And this is very Halloween-y vibes. I got an orange one and a black one. I think I got something on this yarn. He didn't get something on it. I think I got something on it. So I'm thinking of playing with some Halloween socks, maybe some shorties, maybe striped, maybe not. And I don't know, I'm thinking maybe for this red one, I will use it for the toes on my mermaid shorties that I made. Remember, if you've been following, you remember I don't know that I have enough yarn. So I'm gonna have to do something with the toes on sock number 1, and then I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with sock number 2 yet. So maybe this, although it might be too harsh to have this plain red. I have a kind of like a variegated red and white that I might use. I've used that for toes on other socks that I've made, and that might be less harsh with the July colorway that I have on that mermaid. I don't have the mermaid shorty over here. I would just show it to you. So it's like it's Emma's Practically Perfect sock yarn in the July colorway, and it's very white, and it has like speckles of the red, white, or red and blue. So I don't know if it would be less harsh maybe to have something that's not less solid like this, but we shall see. So last week I only finished one book. It was The Storm. I thought initially it might be a Florida-based book, but it's actually near Florida. It's right over the Florida border in the Panhandle into Alabama. It was a good read. I highly recommend it. So I read 2 back-to-back books that I really loved. The Secret Lives of Murderers' Wives, and really played into my true crime junkie love. And then I read The Storm, and I really, really liked it. I'm currently reading Dexter is Dead, which is a book from the Dexter show series, if you watched that. I didn't know that it was actually a book that it was based on. I did not know that. I truly enjoyed the series on TV. I loved it. I was living in Miami at the time when it came out, and yeah, I loved watching it. This is book number 8, I think, that I'm reading. So it's kind of like maybe mid-series or towards the beginning. But it's okay. I don't love or hate it. It's just kind of entertaining me. What else? That's really it for this week. It was kind of a light week with knitting since I was gone, and then I came back. It was my birthday, and then I was getting my kids ready for school. They started school yesterday. Yesterday was their first day of school. So that's a wrap for this week. And until next week, happy knitting.